Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for a brand new video about a brand new game, at least for me. But before we get into that, I want to say two things. And first of all, I want to thank everyone who supports me, who subscribes to my channel, who leaves comments, who likes my videos. It's all highly appreciated, and well, while I record this video, we've reached 500 subscribers on YouTube, which to me is just amazing. It's wow, I never would have guessed that. So thanks a lot for all the support and for the people subscribing. It's just a big boost to keep going and doing what I do and just have a lot of fun with you guys. So thank you very much to each and everyone. It's well, I'd like to think it's a sort of community achievement that we did it all together. So thanks a lot. Second thing I want to point out to you is if you look into the description, you will see the schedule I've made. I'm going to work with a schedule now. So every Monday, Wednesday and Friday a new video will come out, and there I will put which game will come in. Mondays and Wednesdays is a fixed game for a while, and after a while of course I will change to another game. And Friday will be a different game each time. Can be Ostriv, can be Foundation, can be Dawn of Man, can be a new game, whatever. I'll just change it around a bit. But just keep your eye on the schedule so you will see what video will come up next. I will try and put in the dates as well so that you can really see what's coming up and when you can expect a new video of a certain game. And of course, always feel free to recommend new games to me, as this game was recommended to me, Surviving the Aftermath, and that's what we're going to play this time. So let's just get straight into it. We'll start a new game. I don't want to see the tutorial messages, we'll just get going. And well, there's a lot of things you can set up while you start playing. And you can create your own difficulty. Now we're not going to make this too difficult for us this time because we'll just want to have fun playing and I want to show you the game. And perhaps in another run we can make it a lot harder. So here you can see three options, and you can see in the top the difficulty will change. So this will change difficulty by 8%, 17 and 25%. And well, we're not going to make it too difficult for ourselves this time. So we're going to play with a lot of fertile soil and a good temperature. Now we do want catastrophes, but not too much. So yeah, let's just, the worst has passed. It's time to rebuild. As you can see, the numbers will run up rather quickly. Alright, our resources. Well, we can make that a little bit tougher. So everyone scrounges together what they could, but we don't start with too much. Just the normal resources. This one doesn't really change the difficulty, but it has effect on your gameplay. So we can be a hardy survivalist. We have potential for survival methods. We have potential to improve resource management, which is really nice, and potential to make hasty progress. And well, I'm going to go with a visionary architect because it just sounds fun. The gatekeeper, life is unfair. Well, do we want a few challenges? Do we want a tough road to walk but never unfair? Or suffering can be avoided? Well, let's do a tough road, that's fine. Alright, now that that's set up, we have to choose people we start with. And you have normal people and you start with a few specialists, in this case 3. And well, I'm going to show you what they do in the game, of course, but we'll have to pick 3 now. Now they all have different traits, so this is a scavenger, we can have a fighter, you can have a scientist, and they all have different traits. As you can see here, the scavenger has a plus 75% bonus to scavenging, while the fighter has a plus 25% bonus, but he has a better attack. So that's all the differences. A scientist, of course, can do a lot of research in a day. So I think, well, those are the 3 types. Or we can also have a scout, but I'm not really interested in the scout. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a scavenger. Someone that's really good. I'd like to take this one because she also has a nice research bonus. And we need a fighter. Well, yeah, we'll take this one because he has a scavenge bonus. That's what we're going to be doing a lot. And we need a scientist. I don't really know. Well, this one has more damage, so we'll take this one. Alright, now we have 3 specialists, a scavenger, a scientist, and a fighter. Difficulty is 50%. So let's get going. Now we need to choose our ways. How will people recognize us? I don't know, really don't care. Oh, yellow looks nice. We need to pick a symbol. Well, since I'm totally on fire with 500 subscribers, we'll take this one. And well, here we can pick a name. Don't really care. Thorncliff sounds nice. Under the shade we flourish. Rather rebuild and prosper. Well, that's a nice motto. Don't be too aggressive. It's just a nice thing. Alright, there we go. Here we can see all the things we set up. And let's start the game. Now we'll see what we end up with. How will the world look like? Now this takes a little time, so I have some time to talk to you guys. So won't be a tutorial game, so I'm not going to explain everything. Of course, I do like to talk a lot, so I will probably be talking about a lot of stuff and do explain some things, but this won't be a tutorial. I'll probably do one in a few weeks or months, whatever. So just go along and play this game. It's a really nice game. I've been playing it a bit to get to know the thing. And there we are. Our game is starting. As you can see, a lot of rubble by the road, and there's a single guy. You start off with this single guy. It is a settler, and well, finding a place of habitable land is no easy task at the end of the world. What you see before you is what is left of us and our planet. It falls to you to rebuild society with the aid of your people and the modest resources you get out with. Welcome to the aftermath, survivor. One settler has been sent to scout the area in advance. Start by unpacking the campsite to mark the center of your new colony. Well, as you can see, this is the rubble, the gate ruins. We'll be able to build a gate later on. And well, you can see there's a road here. There's some sort of tunnel here if you look closely. But we'll get to that later. Now here's our land, and you can see there's all these rubble piles around. There's pollution. Should probably be careful with that. And, well, this is the starting zone. Now, I don't see any water close by. There's water. Here's some water. So, yeah. Interesting. Now, we need to build our campsite. That's all we can build right now. So, let's go ahead. And, well, these green types of land are fertile soils. And I don't want to spoil them all. So, I guess we're going to build the campsite right here on the barren land. Close to the berries, but that's fine. Alright, let's just start right there. And there he goes. Let's play speed 2 for a while. We can handle that. Now he will go to the campsite. He will start to build it. There he goes. Goes pretty quickly. And we're done. The campsite is done. Let's slow it down a bit again. Alright, what we need to do now is set up so our true survivors can come into our village. And for that we got a few buildings. We got 2 tents, we got a food storage, a stockpile, so that's all what we're going to build right now. And those are buildings that will be built straight away, which is really nice and easy. We'll just have to think about where to build them. Alright, so I'm going to build them right here, I guess. Rotate it. Yeah, that's nice. And well, here are our specialists, and we can already tell them to gather some stuff before we can send them out into the world. So let's do that. Of course, they need a way or a place to store their stuff, so that's what we're going to do. Build a stockpile and a food storage. Now what you can do, we have a stockpile here. You can see allowed resources, so this is all the resources it can take. And you can move the work area around. So this green circle, that's where people will start gathering stuff. We can move it around and you can see all the highlighted green areas. That's where they can take stuff from. So we'll put it right there. Same with this one. We'll put it close to the berries so that it can collect all the berries. Now we need some water. We have a water collector, but a water collector needs to be built on a shoreline. And as you can see, we don't have a shoreline in our area yet. And we can't build outside there. So here's the water, but we can't... I don't think we can... Can we already build one? Yeah, not efficiently. Which is a shame. So we'll have to wait a bit until this area comes clear. So we'll build the water system later on. There's nothing else we can build right now. So I guess it's time to bring in all our survivors. Because we have no people yet, we only have specialists. So let's invite the colonists. There'll be a big flare. And then our survivors will come in. And then we can really start to set up a nice campsite, which will provide them with everything they need. The inhabitants, prompted by the specialists, signal flare. The rest of your group arrives at a prepared campsite. Despite all the hardship ahead, it's time to rebuild and turn this hostile place into a home. And all of a sudden we have 10 people. That's very nice. Now we have a few homeless people. So let's start working on that first. Let's build a few more tents so that they have a place to live. That'll be rather nice. And of course now we have a lot more options for things that we can get. I think we should get a well somewhere that will provide us with water. Now you can see the different areas. Red is barren soil. There's no water there, so you can't place it there. You can place it on the brown areas, but as you can see, the efficiency is rather low, so it will only produce 6 water. If we place it right here, you can see the efficiency is 100%, and we produce 10 water. Now it doesn't really matter how close it is to the village, as long as it can produce water. So we'll just build it right there. That's fine. Oh, a deposit is depleted, so they collected all the planks. So every now and then when they collect everything, you have to move the work area around so they can get the new stuff. For now, this is fine. Alright, the tents are done. Everyone is very happy, which is really good. Now we should start working on food. Now we can build a trapper, which will produce meat. Or a fish spear, but, well, we can't really get a fish spear yet because we don't have water close by. Now I want to find a nice spot for the trapper. It has to be placed in densely wooded areas. Always read the tutorial messages there, or the descriptions there, because they'll give you quite a clue where to place buildings and how to place them. So that's always a good thing. I think we can just put it somewhere here. It'll give a nice 87%. Alright, that's fine. We'll place it right there, so at least we get a food source. Alright, well now we got a water source. And, well, we're producing as much as we are using, so we're not building up a stockpile, but that's okay. And now you see this little red icon over here. That means that the berries are all gone, and you have to move the area around. So we'll move it to right there. This could pose a problem because there's pollution close by, and people will get polluted or contaminated, and you have to heal them later on. But yeah, we need food, so they'll have to go there. It's not a real other option because I don't see any other berries anywhere. Alright, we can move this around as well. We'll let them collect these concrete ruins. Alright, what else can we do? Well, if you click the campsite, you can see it scouts the area, and slowly more of the area will be revealed. So hopefully soon we can place the water collector right here because it had scouted the area. Really nice thing. Every now and then you get to give feedback to the creators of the game. You can just click it and then tell, well, how would you rate the colony building game so far? And you can give your feedback and they can use that because they're still developing this game, of course. So that's really nice. So every now and then really take your time to fill out those papers and do that. Alright, efficiency 91%. I'd say that's a good efficiency. Especially in the beginning. It'll produce 13 water, so let's build one there. Now we can start to store some water for harder times. Alright, let's check. We have got the tents up. We can collect resources. We are starting to produce some food. So I guess it's time to rebuild our gate. Why? Well, the gate allows us to get into the world and, well, get some nice bonuses and explore all the different areas in the world. See what's out there. Perhaps we can find other survivors. Who will know? Alright, here we go. To do that, we need to find the gate first. There it is. Do we have everything we need to build a gate? Yes, we do. So let's build the gate. It'll be a good defense as well. Alright, let's set these guys to do something useful, because right now they're just wandering around. So start collecting some food and wood. We'll bring them into the world later. Now, we don't have too many plastics and metal left, so we need to start producing them. And for that we have the scrapper and the recycler. And, well, I'd like to keep these buildings pretty close by. We need to lay out a road system first, because people walk faster on roads. So if we can lay out a road system where we need it, that'll be fine. And that will help us to place our other buildings. There we go. Now people can walk there, so we can start to build the scrapper. Right here. We'll build him there. I made a little error here. So let's get rid of that part of the road. So they're going to build a scrapper and we need a recycler. Build them next to each other, so then we always know where they are. Now they also need big piles of scrap metal or plastic. So here's plastic trash, there's metal scrap. So as soon as they're done, we can build a work area close to those and people will start to work there. People will get into buildings automatically, usually just one. So you can see right here, there's one in there. We can get another one in there, which will increase production, of course. But since we have only a limited amount of people, we can't put everyone in. Alright, this one is done. Now we can move the work area, set it to the scrap metal, and there they go. Now we have 4 free people, which can carry around all the stuff. And you need to keep colonists prepared to be carriers all the time, otherwise no stuff can be moved around in your village. Alright, into the new world. Congratulations, you've rebuilt the gate and gained access to the world map. The gate is now open and the vast world stands ready for your specialists to explore. This progress had not gone unnoticed. Soon your colony will begin attracting various folks, some good, others desperate, some tricksters, and those who just want to see you destroyed. Arm the gate with colonists or keep some specialists close by to defend yourself from the inevitable raids. Alright, so a gate to the world can be positive, but also can be tough. There we go. Alright, the recycler is done. Let's make sure that they start working. We only have 2 carriers left now, so we should be careful. And there's a group of survivors at the gate, and now we can make a decision. They would like a place to stay. They are 7 adults, and adults are likely to reproduce. We have elders, which can also work, but they don't reproduce anymore. And we have kids that slowly grow up and then start to becoming adults and can be worked. They take some stuff with them, which is really nice. And they have a specialist with them. So we get an extra specialist. Now that's really nice as well. So we are going to accept these people into our little village. You can see now we have 4 specialists. We can have 10. So that's really nice. What I would like to do now, send people to the world. We have 8 homeless people, so I'm going to slow down a little bit because we need to build a few tents. There they go. Now 3 people can fit in a tent, so we only need 3 new tents, but I'm going to build 4 just to make sure that we have plenty. And I'm going to send some people to the world. All these guys need to go into the world because we need them to do some exploring. Ah, the concrete pile is done. So let's switch it around. Oh, there's a lot of stuff to be collected there, so that's good. Here we go. Let's check out the world, and we can see our specialists here. Well, this is our own little province, I guess it's called, or sector. And, well, if we click this one, we can see that she is a scientist, and she can get research points really quickly. So if we go to this building, we can see the museum has 500 research points in it. And since she can collect 250 a day, she'll be there 2 days and all the research will be collected. So we're going to send her right there. If, for instance, we go with the fighter, who can only take 75 research points a day, it'll take far longer to collect all the research points. But can be an option, of course, but that's why you use different specialists for different tasks. Now let's scout this area. Let's see what is out there. There he goes. Well, there's different resources, which is very good, and we can really use some wood or firewood. So we'll send him there, but he's at an action point, so he will have to wait a day, or at least until this whole panel goes around, and then you get new action points. We still have 3 specialists. Let's see. This is a scout, so she can walk pretty far and do some scouting. I'd say she goes right here. We will scout this area. Oh, that's nice. Research points, some good stuff, and enemies, which we can kill at some point. Now she can also scout this area soon. That's nice. This one is a scavenger, I believe, so she can scavenge quickly. We'll send her to this place to scavenge this camping site. She can do 22 a day, so in 2 days she'll be done. And now all our 4 specialists are doing a nice job. Perfect. Well, let's go back to the village. Now you can see this bar will slowly fill, and as soon as it's full again, all the action points will be reloaded and we can give our specialists a new job. Alright. People are building houses now, or tents now, so they can all have a place to live, and then we can start thinking about expanding the colony. Well, I'd say we've set up some sort of a base camp right now. So that's good. Now let's see. We don't need any of these yet. We do have enough tents for the moment. We don't really need a warehouse at the moment. We need to make sure that we get enough stuff that we need. So we need to store some extra water. We're not producing that much at the moment. And we have only stored 300. So if for some reason we need some water because some catastrophe happens or whatever, it's very good to build a clean water storage just to make sure that we have plenty of water. So yeah, let's go on with that. Let's see any other things we need. Well, we should be getting a lumber yard pretty quickly, which produces wood, so we don't have to scavenge for it. And of course then we need a logging camp and a forester as well. And there it is. There you get some sort of a message by green circles that the specialists are ready for action. So let's go there. And as you can see, these are still scavenging, so that's fine. But this one has action points again. So let's go there. Let's do some scavenging as well. This one got his action points back. Let's take a look around. What do we have here? Alright. Another good zone with nice resources. Let's scout this one as well. Ooh, this also looks very nice. Well, let's do some scavenging. That's fine. And well, this way you can just start to really look around in the world, see what's out there. Could be good things, could be threats, we'll find out. Alright. They're all doing their part. This is all working. Let's go speed 2 again. What else could we do at the moment? Well, we need to think about health in our camp because, well, we don't want people to get sick. First thing to get are these outhouses. This basic hygiene, so people can go to the toilet. And, well, since they produce a bit of pollution, I'd suggest don't put them too close to your village or where you are going to be building. So we're going to build them right here in this barren land. I always like to build 2, just to make sure that we have enough. Now we don't have the resources for it at the moment, but these are creating it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add people to these, so production will go faster. And I'm going to set a limit to it, because otherwise they'll just keep producing and at some point you can have too many. I'm going to set the limit to 50. So as soon as they have produced 50, these people will get out and start doing different tasks. And we don't really need more than 50 at the moment. Alright, the clean water storage is done. We can now store extra water. That's very nice. And hopefully they can build these outhouses pretty quickly, so people can get to the toilet. Or basically an outhouse. Later on we'll get real toilets with flushing, etc. But just now I guess it's doing your thing in a bucket, which creates some pollution. Alright. Outhouse is done. Specialists are ready for action again. And now you can see a little icon over there. The museum has been scavenged. She got all the research points out of it. No lucky finds. She was there 2 days and now she's ready for something new. Well, let's go to this point and get all the research points from there, because I want to do some researching. Campsite has been scavenged. Resources, very good. There's more to collect right there. Guess it's some sort of meat. She can, well, let's scout this area first. What's in there? Ooh, some concrete. Nice. And yeah, let's just go back to that point. Everyone working again? Yes, all 4 have a job, so that's nice. And we got another achievement, another milestone. Into the world. Ah, perfect. You can keep track of how far you get along the game with the milestones and see how good you're doing. It's really enjoyable. How would you rate? Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. Alright, one of the next things we need is a medical tent. People tend to get sick every now and then, or break something, or... well, basically a lot of catastrophes will happen to your people. So what you need is a medical tent. And I'd like to start with 1. But at some point I usually get a second one pretty quickly. Simply because, well, a lot of things can happen to your colonists. And you really don't want them to spread any infections toward each other. So as soon as you are ready and have everything, it would be a very good thing to get 2 medical tents. Now here we are. Almost all the resources are there. Just 3 more plastics and they can go. For instance, the people right here that are collecting berries have to pass through this pollution. And that will contaminate them. And it's very well possible. As you can see, contamination is now 14 out of 100. When they get really contaminated, they get sick and they have to get treatment in the medical tent. So make sure you get that pretty quickly. Ah, this is working. There's somebody in there. And you can see there's a little contamination already, so we'll have to find a way to deal with that at some point. But for now, it'll be fine. Alright, work areas are depleted. Just some planks to get. And the medical tent is done. Perfect. Alright, let's do our specialists again. This one. Collect some research points. You can go and collect tools there. And the others are still busy. Perfect. Now let's get into research. We have 500 research points, so we can try and find new technologies. Right here, down here, you have the tech tree. It consists of 5 different teams you can do research in: food, resources, your colony, your production, and exploration. Now what I would like to do is start with food, of course, because, well, we really need to survive at this point. They'll raise the production speed of the fishing pier and the trapper, so let's research that. You can research one thing at a time, but it's very nice. You can queue another research. So right now we don't have fish, so we don't really need this, but I want to get into farming as soon as we can. So we will just queue up this research. And now once this one is done, it will start to automatically research this one. You can see here this one takes 10 hours, this one takes 13 hours, costs 100, but we still have plenty, so that's fine. And there we go. Alright, we can see the first wild animals. This is a majestic deer. It's a wild animal. We can hunt them with our specialists and then eat the food, but... Alright, hostiles in the colony. Where are they? Whoa, these are a lot of big... These are big guys. Big beetles. I guess we need to get specialists in, but we can't at the moment. Well, you cancel your mission. Confirm. Let's go back to the village. Our specialists can do quite a bit of good fighting. And they need to be shooting these beetles. Colonist Jill is injured. Well, she will get there. Get some treatment. But first we need to kill these big bugs. Come on, let's go ahead. Let's kill them. Alright, let's slow down a bit because it'll give me more time to hit them. Alright, those 2 are gone. Let's kill this one. Well, it didn't happen to me that often that we get attacked this quickly. Alright, we triumphed over our enemies. So they're all gone, so she can go back to the world. We really need to repair this building. Not producing the water now. And, well, the injured people are getting treatment there. What we can do now, well, at least soon, as soon as these berries are out, we can move the zone to right here and they will collect the meat. So that's the good thing that comes out of it. You can really collect meat from that. So, well, that'll be interesting. Now we have a specialist ready again to do some work, so let's continue right there. The others are still busy, so let's keep going with them. Research is coming along. They are repairing the water collector, which is good. And, well, I guess it's already day 3. We have set up the base foundations of our village. We can treat sick people. People can relieve themselves in the toilet. They have a place to live, and we are starting to gather all these different resources that we need to keep continuing. So I guess it's an okay start. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Of course, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, join the community. We've reached over 500, so next stop, hopefully 1,000 subscribers. And of course, I hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.